Hello everyone, it's George and welcome back to Call of Dragons. As dedicated free-to-play player who played this game for more than 600 days, I'm excited to share some insider tips and tricks with you. Stick around and let's dive in. Today we are going to speak about one of my favorite heroes in the game, and this video will be about the Kinnara for the open field PvP build, which I think is one of the most free-to-play friendly build, especially during the beginning and well in general, right? As a free-to-play expert, kind of, because I have not spent in this game. I always try to choose the ways of me getting the best value without spending in the game. And that's why Kinnara was my first ever PvP hero, which I awakened, and which means I have spent all of my legendary tokens at first and in the beginning to awaken this hero, right? Why she is free-to-play friendly? Because, well, the hero pair which we are going to speak right now in this video is, well, one of the most free-to-play friendly hero pairs, because you can get both of them by just playing the game without spending a single dollar, right? At first, until we're gonna speak about the hero pair and all the aspects which make this hero pair great in open field even after 600 days, we need to still understand and remind us why Kinnara is great. And well, in my opinion, she has one of the most different playstyles out of any other archer heroes besides her hero pair, right? Well, first of all, we need to say that Kinnara is not normal attacker. You are basically only dealing damage by skill and rage, right? You are rage user marksman, which means, well, your normal attacks won't gonna deal ton of damage. It's just a filler in order for you to generate as much rage as possible as soon, right? Plus, because you are not dealing damage with the normal attack, you are tanky enough to do at least like 2 skill damage factors, and that will be kinda enough, right? And the second skill, well, normal attack damage bonus, which is kinda useless, but the tankiness, hero skill damage taken reduction is quite good, right? And plus, here we are getting target damage dealt reduction, which makes us pretty tanky, especially in one-on-ones and in some war situations. The third skill is like pure physical attack skill, which is especially great during the beginning, because during the beginning the stats of the heroes are not that high, right? And 30% is quite a good number. The fourth skill, yet again, because we are tanky, we can deal quite a high counter attack damage, physical one, and we're gonna reduce the enemy's march speed by 20%. And well, whenever you're gonna awaken Kinnara, if you're gonna make that choice like I did, whenever you're gonna inflict the defense break on the target, well, you wanna inflict defense break on the target legion, reducing the defense by 20% for 3 seconds. And 3 seconds is quite a high number, because, well, it does not say that like how much time does it need to cool down to make it use again, which means, well, every single 20% you're gonna apply defense break. And in general, why Kinnara is a different playstyle: you are going to deal damage by the skill, you are tanky, and plus you are applying defense break, which is great thing for especially high physical damage troops, which are marksmen, right? And the most perfect hero pair, especially great hero pair for a free-to-play players, is Nico, right? Simply because Nico is one of the, well, there is like only 2 hero pairs for archers which are dealing damage by the skill. First is Kinnara and second is Nico. Nico is yet again dealing damage by the skill damage factor, which is physical. Defense reduction here 15%. We're gonna see defense break on Kinnara's awakening skill. Then, well, unfortunately, some engineering skill which we won't gonna speak. Marksman physical attack bonus 20%, not a high number, but physical attack bonus is great for us. Defense not that important, but still nice to have some tankiness. Normal attack damage bonus 20%, that's quite high number for normal attack damage, by the way. But one of the more important things, counter attack damage bonus 20%, then we know that we're gonna get a buff for counter attack damage bonus 30% from Kinnara, right? So basically a lot of synergies. And awakening skill of the Nico, when Nico's Legion launch normal attack on target Legion that already has defense break, right? And we're gonna apply defense break from Kinnara, well, we're gonna deal 200 more physical damage factor. That's a quite high chance, 80%. So basically, what this hero pair means, right? This hero pair means that we're gonna deal damage by the skill with the rage, and like meanwhile we're gonna reduce the enemy's defense, and because we're gonna reduce enemy's defense, we're gonna do even more damage. So synergy is pretty easy to understand, right? And also, we all already understood the skills and the synergies. I remember in the past videos, even from myself, we spoke about this hero pair, and I was saying Nico was primary and Kinnara is secondary. Well, that's not a bad idea for behemoths or some kind of wars where you don't gonna have a lot of infantry players, right? Because infantry players are around and they are generally deciding every single war, while PvP heroes are getting the more popularity around the Call of Dragons, and even I tested myself and it's working pretty well, right? Especially the defense break synergy. In this build is different because here we are using Kinnara as a primary and Nico as a secondary. So in order for you guys to understand more what's the difference, well, we're gonna check the Kinnara's talents, which we are going to use for this hero pair, right? So basically same beginning, but we were using Nico's precision talents before with Kinnara, and right now we're gonna use PvP talent tree for Kinnara, right? Which has pretty amazing buffs and pretty amazing additional effects, which gonna make our hero pair defense break playstyle even better, right? So basically, PvP is our main talent tree. We are going for the rivalry for normal attack damage bonus. Well, here was March Speed. March Speed can be nice too, and defense. I don't care about defense with the marksman, right? Here, I love the Fury Flame, deals 5% more hero skill damage, and we are dealing generally damage by the hero skill, right? Which is physical one. And here we're gonna have Army of Wailor, 3% increased damage dealt. That's like generally every kind of damage whenever there is this kind of wording. So 3% more all around damage. And we had a choice, lucky of the draw. Your legion launches a counter attack in the field. Yeah, that's for more tankiness, but we need more damage whenever we are choosing talent tree. Here, yet again, maximum legion capacity, right? One of the best skills for PvP in general. I went from the strength to strength, damage dealt bonus 1.5%, yet again, more damage deal all around. And then when your legion is in the field and their unit count is less than 50%, they deal 3% more damage. Yet again, more DPS. And the last talent tree, well, we had a choice, rage skill user with the vigor HP bonus 10%, which is great actually, and defense break, right? Reducing the defense. And since we have the playstyle around the defense, that's great thing to have in general. The secondary tree, I went for the marksman because I like the rage accumulations skill. Here we have yet again hero skill damage dealt 4%, and we are dealing damage by the hero skill. And well, shower of the blows when your marksman legion casts a rage skill. We are rage user marksman, so like, well, I tried my best to build around the playstyle and the talent trees which we had, and the big difference behind the Nico's precision talent and Kinnara's PvP talent tree. Well, precision is great for normal attackers, right? Basically, I went to this idea that I tested a lot of hero pairs since I have all, well, every single archer hero pair in the game. Precision talent tree is especially great for normal attack damage dealers. And well, if you're gonna use Nico and Kinnara and Nico's precision talent, you're gonna be a hybrid, right? You're gonna deal like 20% normal attack damage, and you're gonna deal like 80% skill damage. But with this PvP build, you're gonna be 100% committed to skill damage factor, which is not a bad idea, especially during PvP open field, right? That should be the talent trees for Nico, which is pretty for the Kinnara Nico playstyle with the skill damage factor, right? And basically, well, the artifact would be not a big surprise. Rattle Spear, the best artifact for Kinnara in general. You can have a comparisons. The weapon she's holding and the Rattle Spear here, that's the same weapons, right? And the best thing about this artifact is additional effect when your legion inflicts defense break, and we're gonna do it because you guys heard what I just said in this video, on enemy legion, your legion gains defense penetration. Ignore 10% of enemy's defense for 7 seconds. And in like, if you're gonna somehow manage to upgrade it, of course more damage, but in the end you're gonna have 20% defense penetration, which is huge, especially against infantry players, right? And yeah, let's not speak about much about artifacts, because we had a lot of videos about this hero pair and we generally spoke about every single detail, right? But here right now we are only speaking about the perfect scenarios and perfect build for the playstyle, right? The playstyle is PvP skill damage factor build. So basically for that build, the perfect artifact which will be Rattle Spear with the Vicious Strike. This 20% defense penetration, even 10% is like nice, right? I don't have it another level. Even like 1200 skill damage factor for the artifact is kind of low, but because of the defense penetration, it's all worth it, right? We are in general reducing the enemy's defense, and even from the Rattle Spear, we are applying defense penetration, which is a great thing for this hero pair, and especially for this build, right? And well, if you don't have it, any single, well, even Shadow Blades will be better. Just don't give the hero pair the normal attack artifact, because it will be kinda useless. In terms of Warped for this hero pair, well, not a big surprise, guys, yet again. Snow Peak Rock, right? And why? Well, we're gonna go to the concentration, the main skill of the Snow Peak Rock. And first of all, Legion physical attack is great, because more physical attack we're gonna have, more we're gonna deal damage, right? And one of the most important things for this playstyle and the concentration is that there is a 30% chance, that's a basic one, to deal damage to the target legion when inflicting defense break. And I'm pretty sure you guys understood that we are basically going to inflict defense break within every single fight. Well, if you're gonna get the advanced concentration, the concentration trigger chance will increase, and that's why I have more than 30%, right? That's quite high number, which means basically in every single fight, I'm going to inflict the defense break, which gonna make our playstyle even more viable and even more synergistic. And of course, damage factor, not a bad damage factor, by the way, like more than 200, which is quite nice. And well, the main attributes for the Snow Peak Rock is the strength, agility, and luck. I would say from first will be luck. Of course, if I had the S tier on strength, would be the perfect warped and one more skill, but I don't want to touch it because I kind of have to spend a lot of regeneration potions, right? And yeah, these Tools of the Claw, Warped skill damage dealt bonus. I like this kind of Warped skills, like general damage dealt bonuses. And yeah, we are dealing damage from this Warped with the concentration skill damage physical factor and Pierce attack skill damage factor, right? Which is like from both of them more than 200, together 400, like least like that. Well, if you don't want to use a Snow Peak Rock on your Kinnara and Nico, there is one more Warped which will work fine. Simply because we are Rage user hero pair and Golden Rock with the Exuberance, because Exuberance is going to have give us Rage accumulation speed plus 5% for 5 seconds. That's simply because we want to have more rage in the Kinnara Nico hero pair, and anything which gonna give us more rage is kind of beneficial for us. But still, because of this like synergy with the defense break and defense reduction, I would still say that Snow Peak Rock should be the number one choice for this hero pair, right? Basically, I like generally sometimes I say that some hero pairs are free to play friendly, while you can get Nico from the normal keys, from the normal openings, which means that it's one of the most free-to-play friendly heroes. Like every single hero which you are going to see from here, that's like best free-to-play friendly hero, because you're gonna get it from the normal gameplay, right? And in terms of Kinnara, well, I'm pretty sure you guys see the Lucky Spins events where you guys are going to spend some gems in order to acquire some legendary tokens, or the newest hero, right? In the game, like almost every single 2 weeks, there is a lucky spins where you can choose which hero you want to get. And generally, there is like 1 week with all the marksman heroes, there is 1 week all the mages, infantry, and cavalry, right? If you want to get Kinnara, well, save like at least 7 to 10k gems. and it will be super easy for you to unlock Kinnara. And whenever you're gonna unlock Kinnara, you can simply put Kinnara's lucky, well, daily tokens here, and that's how I awakened my Kinnara being as a free player. That's how you can get the both heroes. But at first, if you want to use them, make them like 5-1-1-1. 5-1-1-1, and they will be ready to use in the battlefield, especially for the beginners which are starting the game just right now, right? So yeah, that's the new build which I have tried and which is going to work and is working pretty well. That's why I wanted to make another video about this hero pair, because I think this is my one of the most used hero pairs in the game, which I have played for more than 600 days. Well, that's all I wanted to share. Hope you liked the video. If you did, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content about this game. I wish everybody amazing day, morning, and night, wherever you are. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.